Hi all. In our earlier video, we have verified few examples on select statement using column heading and calculations, distinguish select into correlated subqueries, and using group by. Now we will see group by with multiple groups. For this, I will take a table, sales order detail table. Select task from sales order detail table. Here I will write a query to display the product ID and special offer ID. For these two fields, I will take unit price average and line total sum. Here I will update this query with product ID, special offer ID, sum line total, and this is total, and I will take average. AVG is nothing but average of unit price. I'm renaming this field as AVG unit price. So in our earlier video we discussed like whatever the columns that we have in select list without aggregation should be present in group by field. Here we have taken two fields on which we are doing group by and calculating the result. See, for this 815 product with special offer ID 1, this is the total line total amount and average unit price. This is with group by with multiple groups. Now we'll see group by and where class, both including in a single select statement. With the same example, already we have group by in this field. I will add a where condition. The simple where is where special offer ID equal to 1. So here we have values for 1 to 8 for special offer ID. I will display the special offer ID 1 for all the products, so it contains only special offer ID 1. Otherwise we can take some other conditions in the where list. Another thing is group by with an expression. So here the expression does not include any aggregate functions that we have in the group by. So I will take the same table sales order detail table and I will take group by on two fields. Here these two fields should be there in the select list. Earlier we've written one query, this one. We will take this unit price and order quantity condition from sales order detail table and we'll use here. Non-discount sales equal to unit price into order quantity, and I will take average of order quantity also in the same query. So average of order quantity, AVG of order QTY quantity. I am renaming it as AVG order quantity, and another field non-discount sales unit price equal to order quantity. So here this non-discount sales is a combination. It's nothing but an expression of order quantity and unit price multiplication. This value will be assigned to non-discount sales. As these two were in a select list without aggregation, these two needs to be included in the group by class, otherwise it will return an error. Unit price and order quantity is invalid in the select list because it is not contained in either an aggregate function or the group by class. So this unit price and order quantity, now I will include these two in group by class, unit price as well as order quantity. Now I am running this query. So it returns group by this value for each and every average order quantity. We can also write without an expression also. Same. And next example, group by with order by. So here it is on unit price and order quantity group by expression. Just I will include order by class with the same group by expression. So by default it will take ascending order. This non-discount sales will display in ascending order. From lowest to highest the result will be displayed. If we take DSC descending order, it will display from the highest to non-discount sales to the lowest to non-discount sales. Now having class, we need to use having class with an aggregate function. It groups the rows based on the aggregate function and the condition that we are using on it and display the result. Now on the same query I will take having class and average order quantity. Having average order quantity is less than greater than 10, it will display average order quantity greater than 10 records. So now if you see we have 888, these kind of values will not be displayed now. See, all the average order quantity greater than 10 records will be displayed in our query. And next one is having with group by. Just now the same thing we verified in our example, and using having with sum and average. Here having with sum and average means in having class we need to use average aggregate function as well as sum aggregate function. So in having, as we used in the where class, in having also we can use AND operator or OR operator, and we can use multiple aggregate functions. So here I am taking average order quantity as greater than 10, and I will take another condition with some line total. I will take this in our select list, and I will take some line total should be less than some 1000. So this is a total of some total. Whatever the some line total values we have less than 1000 will be displayed here. In having we can use count of star also. Suppose just assume an example where we want to make sure that there are at least 1500 items involved in the calculations for each product. We need to use having count of star greater than 1500 to eliminate the products that return total for fewer than 1500 items sold. So for this the query would be looks like select product ID, sum of line total amount, Again, from sales order detail table, group by product ID, having count of star greater than 1500. Group by product ID, sales order detail ID. Group by. Now I will run this query. So here it returns only 12 records. So for each and every product ID, the sum line total, I am calculating some line total value where the product count is greater than 1500 will be displayed here. Whatever the products that have count more than 1500 will be filtered out for that particular product ID, and it will give the count. And we'll go to the next example. Index optimizer hint. For index optimizer hint, I am taking human resources table, in human resource schema employee table on this. So here a human resource table with force index, that is index hint is equal 0. By default it will force optimizer to use cluster index scan on the entire table. So this is execution plan. If we want to force a specific index, we can give the index name, and that will force that will directly use that index and return the data. And other next example is option group. So in the same example we can include option group class. So option, this is our earlier example where hash group and fast 10. I'm running this query. All these hints does is it will enforce the optimizer or query execution plan to use the specific condition that we use for these hints. Similarly for union query hint also contains one option class. We can use a merge union or some other union to get the data from multiple tables or from the same table with different filter conditions. And next is simple union. As I mentioned earlier, simple union contains multiple select statements with union class with the same set of column list in both the select statement with the same data type. It will combine the result from both the select statements. And using select into with union, it is nothing but taking, I will show you some sample data. So having with two select statements, it will do union, combine both the result from these two select statements, and we can copy this data into select whatever star into, so into table from, so like this. So it will copy the data of this result set into a new table that we are creating here. Another thing is using union of two select statements with order by class. So whenever we are using order by class with union, we can't use order by for the first select statement. So this is incorrect. We should use order by class here for the last bottom select statement in our query, where we have multiple select statement with the union class. And other one is using union of three select statements to show all and parenthesis. It is also similar to the above one, where we have multiple means three select statements with the union operator, and finally we are combining these three select statement results to some other unional operator. If we use union, we can avoid the duplicates, or we can remove the duplicates from our select list. But when we use unional, it will not compare the data in multiple select statements. Directly it will combine the data in all the select statements and it display the data. So when we compare to union and unional performance is good than union, because it does not do any comparisons or any validation. But union does all these comparisons, data comparisons, and it will return only distinct data from multiple selects. But unional, with respect to the distinct, it will return duplicate data and show that result. Thank you.